We're back with the Bad Vibe Podcast with Dwight and Jeremy.
I'm Dwight.
And, of course, I'm Jeremy.
This is episode 25.
Yeah.
The big 25.
Yeah, 25. God damn, we're getting old.
This came a long way. We get cheap car insurance now.
Yeah, cheap car insurance now.
I know every milestone we point it out.
The next time we actually have a milestone we can point out as far as correlating to age will be 35 when we can become president.
Yeah, and then 40 when we're over the hill.
Yeah. You know, do you remember when you were young, you used to probably think 40 was really old, right?
Yeah, you think, like, God damn, 40's old. And I'm like, that ain't that far away.
No.
You know, you're closer to it than I am, but we're still, like, we're getting to where, you know, like 20 years ago, our age difference was pretty far apart.
Now we're basically the same age.
Yeah, now we're basically the same age. 4 years apart, we're pretty much the same fucking age.
Yeah, it's yeah.
I guess you heard the beat coming into this one.
Yeah, we finally got music in our opening.
Yeah, we'll probably keep that one. Maybe
I'm not really sure what that song is, but it sounded kind of Irishy, so we liked it.
Yeah, we like Irish. It's not like I listen to Irish music in my car or anything, but
the only Irish music I listen to really is Dropkick Murphys. Or, remember that song,
I don't know.
There's no one more Irish than Barack Obama.
Oh yeah.
Obama?
There's nowhere. Yeah, I guess that's how it is.
Toodaloo.
Oh yeah.
Oh, anyway. Yeah, and not only that, we have a lot of new cool shit today. Also, we're in a new studio.
Yeah, we're in Jeremy's house that still isn't finished.
Yeah,
but,
we're not quite finished working on the house, but
it feels better outside.
Yeah.
So we can come in here and not sweat our asses off.
Yeah, we got a cold front came in today, and it's probably in the 60s, I guess.
It would probably be okay to do that though. Sweat our asses off.
It wouldn't. Yeah, I know. If we would sweat our asses off, then maybe we'd look presentable enough to do a video podcast.
Yeah.
The reason we're just voice is because nobody wants to look at us.
I don't know, some of the video podcasts, they're creepy.
Well, most of them, because you're not doing anything but talking, so it's just a camera pointing at the dude's face.
Yeah, it's creepy because there's some guy sitting there and like with his desk and his microphone and he's like looking in the camera. Fuck that shit.
It sounds like he's gonna start telling you why we should get rid of black people or something.
Yeah, you're like, it kind of puts you in a trance or something. I've seen a couple of videos that people put up there, and I can't even watch it more than a couple seconds.
The only one that I would think, and I've never watched it, but Kill Tony does, records what they do, and that's on stage with comedians and stuff.
Yeah, people record them with it like shining around at their fucking face.
Yeah, the ones that are just podcasts like we do, where they're just sitting there talking, it's creepy as fuck when they got a camera going.
Yeah, that's creepy. I'd rather, because I'm not like a look in your eyes talking person, you know.
Are you a look in the camera talking person?
I don't think I would be. If I can't even look in someone's eyes when they're talking, I don't think I can look in the camera when I am.
Yeah, I think it would be.
Because I know they're staring right back at me.
Yeah, because they have nowhere else to look when they're watching it. It's because your head takes up the whole frame, basically. Mm-hmm. I mean, unless there's something interesting.
Especially my head. It would definitely
I know.
Take up the whole screen.
But yeah, if you notice, our sound is probably a little better because we're actually in...
It shouldn't be echoey. It might be. I don't know. This is still a test run. I'm sure we'll be back in the truck next time.
Yeah, I mean, we'll be in here. There's no reason we can't do them here.
Yeah, I mean, because we're going to end up having our studio one day, so...
Yeah.
Did you have any topics you wanted to bring up? Anything funny?
No, you know what? I just came from... my stepdaughter had a band marching contest.
That was fun, wasn't it?
It was as fun as it sounds. I got to sit in hard...
It's a halftime for eons and eons.
Yeah. I got to sit in uncomfortable bleachers.
Yeah.
And watch band after... Now, it's not like you're going to a concert where it's like, yeah, you sit there for 3 hours and watch a band you like or two bands you like. Mm-hmm. This is just bands all playing like...
It's kids.
Yeah, they're kids.
It's kids playing an instrument they just recently learned how to play.
You gotta figure if each band has...
Not even learned how... Like, they knew how to make noise.
Well, if you just figure, if each band has 50 people in it, what percentage of them know what the fuck they're doing?
No, I was in band.
Exactly.
I was in a junior high band with 65 people.
Yeah.
I had no fucking idea what I was doing. The only reason I was first chair once was because I held my breath the longest. And like the goody two shoes guy, he hated it. I think
Yeah, because he can't.
Ross Cotler. He was first chair like every other week or month or whatever it is, however you do it. But I got to sit in the first chair by all like the preppy kids. Not just preppy, but
People that care.
nerdy, the ones that cared, yeah.
Yeah, you were the only guy in that group.
And then at the end, I think I was by your cousin.
Yeah, and he was a fucking idiot.
Yeah, we were both stuck into it because our parents bought the mouthpiece, and it's like $50-something or $60-something. I spent all that money, and you can't return it. You're gonna stay in there.
Yeah, $60. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, I know. Especially now, I'm like, damn, that's.
I'm surprised Mom had
that
$60.
could like go to the electric bill or something.
That's probably what she was thinking. She's like, it's not like Dee's gonna be a musician.
Well, she had some money back then, but
Not much.
Mom's never had money. I've kind of joined in on that.
Well, right now I do okay, but I've been more or less pretty low income my whole life.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up dirt poor. As an adult, for most of it, I was dirt poor. Now, just because my wife has a good job, and
I'm like getting a decent job. I have like I can get a decent job from where I'm at now.
Yeah.
But I've been having some real shitty ones.
And that's what...
I'm sure everybody out there probably has a shitty job, and you're probably going to sleep early, or maybe listen to this while you're at work, and you're just like, God damn.
Yeah.
These guys are like, all we're doing is making you load the fucking gun up. It's reminding you.
They're like, life
they're sitting there like, loading up a fucking gun.
I wonder, I guess a lot of people probably listen to podcasts while they're at work. I do. But can you imagine, like...
I used to, but now I can't.
You listen to a podcast at work, you have if you can listen to a podcast at work, then you have at least a decent job.
Yeah.
You don't have somebody screaming at you. You're not digging ditches or nothing like that.
Yeah, when I worked for Dr. Pepper, I never saw anybody I worked with, so I could have headphones in.
Yeah.
And then store managers was like, you shouldn't have those in. What if a customer? Who the fuck cares? Was he not gonna fucking buy Dr. Pepper because I have headphones in?
Yeah, I know.
Come on.
Yeah, what's the correlation?
Like what? I want to meet the person that would get that offended because there's headphones in, so he's not gonna buy a whole brand.
Oh, you know who he is. He's the guy that holds his hand over his heart for the pledge, and
oh yeah,
he supports the troops, and
yeah, they're like John Adams didn't have headphones in when he was yeah, he didn't. You got me there.
Like John Adams didn't have headphones in when he was jerking off George Washington. So or what? People always.
So Einstein didn't have headphones in when he was.
I bet he would have
creating the atomic bomb we dropped on Hiroshima. They're like, yeah, you're right. Maybe you should have had some in there.
Yeah.
If you would listen to a couple podcasts, well, it would have dumbed him down a little bit, and he wouldn't have.
Can you imagine Einstein listening to our podcast? We're like, the universe is big, and he's like, these fucking idiots.
He's like, God damn.
Big.
I'm like, there's a thing that can hit a thing, and we don't exist. And he's like, are they high?
Yeah.
He's like, no, they're not.
He's like, what is this? The Sniffing Paint Fumes podcast?
It's cool. You got the Einstein thing on your wall.
Yeah, as we're doing this podcast,
I wish this was our podcast studio.
Well, it can be when nobody's home, but
yeah,
we have to my left. We're sitting in my den, our TV room, which I decorated this whole room, so it's all cool old black and white pictures. And one of the pictures, it's what is it, 3x3 maybe?
Yeah, that's about pretty big.
Probably about 3 feet by 3 feet picture. It's a painting of Albert Einstein with all of his equations scattered around the picture.
I'm sure people probably know it though. There's probably people out there that oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not something.
I like the Clockwork Orange.
Yeah, and I have a Clockwork Orange poster. And
it's kind of random. That's why I like it.
I got some. It's some pretty cool shit.
It's not all him.
Well, obviously, like I said, I decorated this whole room.
Yeah, I think the 70 and should be in here though. It would make more sense.
No, because the other room's bigger.
It would make more sense because this is a cooler room.
Yeah, but you want the bigger TV in the bigger room because in the other room you sit real far from the TV.
I don't sit far from TVs though.
That's because you're fucking blind.
Yeah.
Helen Keller didn't sit
Maybe.
far from TV.
I'm not blind. I mean, if I was blind, I didn't see TVs. I wouldn't care about the TVs. I'd be like, you should have the 70-inch. You're like, it is. I'm like, oh.
I can just tell you anything. Like, no,
Yeah, I'm like, oh, the 70-inch is. Yeah, that's cool.
Do blind people even really know how long an inch is?
I don't know.
I know you can feel things.
There's a lot of things that, alright. I mean, think about that. That blind people just don't know.
They don't know what blue is.
Yeah, colors, everyone gets that. But I mean, it's just like, I don't know. You know, you just see something and you know exactly what it is. They have to go all the way to fucking feel for it. And then feel it and be like, okay, that's a bottle. Like,
You know what I was...
at first, they're probably like, that's a dick. That's a dick. Like, oh, that's a bottle. That's a
They're like,
bottle.
that's clearly a dick.
That's a hard dick. And they're like, oh, that's a bottle. Never mind.
And then they tell their friend, they're like, I thought that bottle was a dick for like 5 minutes. And they're like, why'd you have your hands on what you thought was a dick
Yeah.
for 5 minutes?
You had it in your mouth before you knew it was a bottle.
It was empty by the time you found out it was
Yeah.
a Dr. Pepper. You sick fuck. But no, what I was thinking, you know, like what blind people don't know. Blind people don't know why. Have you ever heard somebody call an asshole like your actual asshole, the part of your body, a brown starfish?
I've heard that. And that is
Well,
a weird
black
one.
people wouldn't know why we call it that. Not black people. Did I say black people?
Yeah. black people wouldn't know why. Well, they probably wouldn't either because
That's a Freudian slip. No,
that's funny.
blind people wouldn't know why we call an asshole a brown starfish. They're like,
Yeah, they
what
wouldn't.
the fuck is that all about?
And they're like, oh, it's something to do with the color.
Yeah, it really does look like a brown... It's weird that an asshole looks like a brown starfish. You know what's crazy is your asshole isn't brown because that's what color it is. It's brown because it's stained.
Yeah.
There's shit. It's just like ingrained in the
And there's
skin.
people that like lick them and stuff.
Yeah, and I always wondered, like,
Oh, that's disgusting, dude.
you must...
I mean, we talk about shit, but this is fucking nasty.
You must taste shit when you do that.
Somebody out there is beating off, like, whenever they listen to this, they're going to be beating off thinking, like,
Think about licking
They're like-
assholes.
these two dirty fat guys talking about someone's thinking, they're like,
You know we have at least one listener that likes us because it's like he has some kind of like fetish.
yeah, there's a listener that's like, yeah. I mean, because we get views or listens, right?
Yeah, there's some guy that likes fat guys with brown starfishes.
Or at least talking about them.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's fucking, like, stuff like that for everything now.
Anything. If you just think of something, it exists. Like
Mm-hmm.
like sexually or whatever. I mean, like I want to see a girl blowing snot out of her nose directly into my ass. I bet there's somebody that's obsessed with
There
that.
probably is, actually, yeah.
There's probably a whole group of people that's their thing. All they want to see is...
Just
And
because
there's
they've
gotta
never
be
heard of it, probably.
But no, there's people that have heard of it that they do it. And I bet they
weird.
call it something weird too.
Yeah, I know.
I wonder what they call it.
I don't know.
Snot farts?
No. It wouldn't be so, like, childish.
You
know what I mean?
Snot farts sounds like the name of a punk rock band.
You know what I mean? Like,
Hey, if you're out there and you're a punk rock band with no name it Snot Farts.
it wouldn't, I don't think it'd be something so, like, elementary.
I think it would be like real deep.
I don't know. I don't think snot ass would be deep.
It'd be deep up
Right?
in your ass, I guess.
I don't know. I
Snot
guess it
ass.
depends on how you're sitting. Right?
Well, I mean, you know somebody would do it to themselves. They would
Yeah.
like contort to where their nose is near their ass.
Or just above it.
A funnel is all you need, really.
Like a tube, like a hose.
Yeah, like a beer bong.
Like, I got one.
And one end of it stinks.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Fucking
Yeah, oh,
farts.
shit. That's why it would stink.
Ah, damn. That's I don't know the whole ass licking thing. I guess it's a taboo thing. Like anything that's like dirty, that's what people want to do. Like if you're not supposed to do it,
That's just like the 2 girls, 1 cup thing. You know, that's nasty.
that's
But-
fake.
The real one.
I've always heard that's fake.
No, there's fake ones. There's a real one.
I know, but the real
You
one.
see shit coming out of her ass.
I know,
and
but
the
I've
other
always
one's
heard that they
eating it.
injected ice cream into her ass.
No, it's shit,
I don't know.
dude. And then she turns around and she's eating it.
I've never seen more than about 10 seconds of it. Probably.
It's disgusting. I remember my friend Larry. he was like, "Hey man, you gotta see this video," and he wouldn't fucking tell me what it was about.
Duh, that's the whole
Until we
point.
started watching, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
That's the whole point. That was the point of that video.
Yeah, it was like the shock.
Was for
Yeah.
you to tell your friends, "Hey, check out this video. These girls are hot." And you're like, "Oh."
Well, he was with me, and he was like, "Dude, we gotta find it. And then like we spent 4 hours looking up ghost shit. But I mean,
Yeah, you went down the
Yeah,
rabbit
they're all like, "Look, there's this girl sitting in these people's back seat. They picked her up, and all of a sudden she wasn't there."
Where?
All right, you know how easy it is to like fabricate videos now. You know,
Oh yeah, you can make
So-
shit actually look real.
I mean, look at the Paranormal Activity stuff. They don't even have to try anymore. They just like, have the technology.
Yeah, and you can make stuff look real that looks real. Like Avatar
Yeah, I was gonna
doesn't
say,
look real
Yeah,
because it
but-
isn't real stuff. You know?
but it's real because it's not stuff that we've seen.
Exactly.
But
But when we see a chair fly across the room, that looks real because
yeah, you've seen a chair.
yeah, in a room. So it's like
So you see it fly, you're like, "Holy shit! That it looks real. That
Yeah.
that had to happen."
we see a 10-foot tall blue chick blowing you with her fucking dreadlocks. That doesn't look. It looks like it's good quality, but it doesn't look real because
Hold on, what?
Avatar.
Blowing you with their dreadlocks?
I've only seen it once. I just remember sex had to do with their hair.
They link them together, but that's fucking crazy.
Well, she blew him with her dreadlocks.
No, I don't know.
Basically, what she did.
Yeah, you didn't get what you should have out of that.
No, I think I did.
I don't know. I don't think that's like the premise of the movie. James Cameron is one of our listeners. Our visitors. I wish James Cameron was a visitor, but no.
I wish
James
he was a
Cameron.
listener.
Yeah, James Cameron's like, Jeremy got it right. He's the only one so
The
far.
whole
Essence
of the movie
Yeah,
was
Avatar.
blowjobs.
Avatar actually stands for something.
It means that in Hebrew.
I don't know how the initials or whatever it is.
Yeah,
How would you say that? Not initials.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how what that would be. But anyways, we don't sound too smart today.
Yeah, no.
Probably not on the past 24 either. Someone's like, "What do you mean? You think you sounded smart before?"
Somebody's like, "Well, I did miss one. Maybe that's the one when they sounded smart."
Every once in a while we have a serious one. Every once in a while we have a funny one. Then every once in a while there's one that's just somewhere in between. We're just talking.
Yeah, if you've been following and listening to all these, you'll notice there really isn't a theme.
No.
The only thing that stays the same is that it's me and him talking.
What's kind of stupid is sometimes people do. You know, like Joe Rogan's, they just talk. That's cool.
Ari Shaffir has a theme to his.
No, but I mean the ones that are all like the late night, whatever. And there's like, here's the morning, whatever. You know, like the ones that do certain. Yeah, we have ours at late night, but ours isn't like, you know.
Yeah, there isn't a theme to it at all.
No, I kind of like that better.
It's just two guys talking.
Someone's like, "Yeah, right, dude. You just can't fucking think of a cool theme."
We're just lazy.
Like you can't think of a cool theme. Like it took you 25 fucking episodes to get a fucking theme song, and even then, it's like, you know, just off the internet. We didn't even like come up with it.
Sample thing.
It's a free sample, yeah. And I'm gonna give a fuck if it is a free sample.
And if you
We like the jingle.
Yeah, and if you notice something weird in our song, send us a message and let's see if anybody picks it up.
Yeah, go back and listen
There's
to it.
something weird about the song, and if you pick it up, send us a message and let us know.
Yeah, finish the episode.
Yeah, don't rewind now. I mean, you can. I don't give a fuck what you do.
Yeah, subscribe to us on fucking YouTube. Shit.
YouTube or iTunes, either
You know,
way.
I'm not gonna be posting all kinds of weird fucking videos.
No,
I
it'll
had some
be
one
just
about a
these.
duck or something. I need to take that one off.
It'll be just these from now on. I mean,
Either on YouTube and we're on iTunes.
yeah,
but,
or just come over to our house and you can listen to it off of my phone.
Yeah, because you get the email, right? I think I want to stop doing the emails, though. I just do that so they're stored on my phone, but
No, I mean, I would just go to it on fucking iTunes and let them listen to it.
that's kind of weird. They're going to drive all the way here from wherever they are just so they can listen to your phone with iTunes.
What you have to know about that
Some guy's
is
like, oh, I got a fucking Android. I have to go to his house every fucking Friday.
he's in Maine.
Or, I guess not Friday. We record them on Friday night, Saturday night.
Yeah.
I don't know. I found out with the neighbor's Wi-Fi, which we're still brought to you by the neighbor's Wi-Fi sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes those douchebags fucking get on it and I can't fucking do anything.
Then we're brought to you by McDonald's Wi-Fi.
No, we haven't been. Well, I don't think we've been brought to them by McDonald's Wi-Fi yet.
Oh, it's in
I've been thinking about it though because that's a pretty good Wi-Fi. Better than my fucking neighbors. They probably get good Wi-Fi in their fucking house.
Yeah, those fucking.
But
cunts.
you know, I'm like
we paid for them.
30 yards away, and I can't get shit there. Every once in a while, I get 2 bars. Sometimes it goes down to 1 right in the middle. But
Shit.
what? Your ankle?
Yeah, my fucking ankle.
Yeah, he's old, he's fat, and I'm bald.
And one of us is crippled.
Yeah,
I have a.
you have a lot of problems.
Yeah, I've had a rough
Who doesn't, right?
When I was 15, 14 maybe, I got ran over by a tractor. It's a long story we don't need to get into, but I ran over by a tractor, broke and dislocated my ankle. Did some other damage, but the ankle was the worst. And went on, got that fixed. Played football through high school, always had a little trouble with it. And then now, once I hit around 30, I started having... There's weeks that I can't walk. I have medicine now that helps. But I have like some kind of horrible arthritis in my left ankle. And the weirdest thing, it only bothers me when it's cold outside. If it's all summer, I didn't have a single problem with it. Today, it got cold, and I'm having trouble walking already. It's the craziest thing.
It's subconsciously in your head.
No.
It's gotta be. You're all like, it's feeling cold outside.
Honestly, I thought about it being cold because my ankle started hurting. It wasn't the other way around. It was like, because it didn't get real cold all of a sudden, you know?
Yeah.
Like, earlier today, it was just, like, kind of decent outside.
You're like, well, it's gonna get cold. Everybody's like, no, it ain't. And you're like...
It didn't start hurting before it got cold. It started hurting after it got cold, but I didn't think about it.
Just think if you lived in, like, Alaska or something.
I'd be fucking up on a peg leg by now. There's no way.
You just got it cut off?
But I don't know if when it's colder it hurts worse. It's just when it isn't hot it hurts. You know what I mean? I think. I haven't really like documented because I've only had a problem with it for about 2 years.
Dude, what if, you know how like pirates, they're still pirates.
Yeah.
Okay, but you know, old pirates had peg legs, you know. Mm-hmm. You think now they would have that weird like...
Titanium legs?
That titanium bow thing?
I would think so.
The little spring leg?
Although, it seems like that spring leg that like runners do wouldn't work good on a ship.
No, he'd be up there, he'd be like, "Arr, matey." And then he'd have that little spring thing.
On a wooden boat, it'd probably be fine. But on a metal boat, metal on metal, it's gonna slide.
It's gonna be clanking.
Yeah.
Clank, clank, clank. They're like, here comes, you know, like...
He's got a fucking, yeah.
Captain Brown Eye or whatever.
Captain Brown Eye?
Yeah.
That's the last pirate you want to run into.
Because he's a butt pirate.
Yeah, he's a butt pirate for sure. Fucking Captain... If Captain Brown Eye shows up, grab your shit and run.
Captain Brown Eye, yeah.
Do you think... isn't it weird that it's 2014? We have... It's late 2014. We're far into the world.
Dude, like, where the fuck has time went? Shit.
Yeah, but there's still pirates.
Dude,
there are
right, Earth is big.
People.
I mean, it's tiny compared to everything else.
But it's
I mean,
big for us.
It's big for, like, compared to how tall we are and everything. Well, I mean, for how big we are.
Because it's the biggest thing we can conceptualize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of water.
It's pretty much mostly water.
I mean, there's a lot of water. And...
lots of pirates.
Yeah, I mean, there's just... People can be driving around out there.
You know how
I said Postman. I was thinking Waterworld.
You know how everybody has... you know they always used to say everybody has a doppelganger? Mm-hmm. Like somebody that looks exactly like them?
Most people probably have pirates.
No.
That's what you're saying.
That. What if Johnny Depp's doppelganger that looks just like him is a real pirate? And like he pulls over your ship and you think you're just involved in the movie. He's like, hey mate. Or how does he talk in that? Is it British?
Yeah, it's British. He's not Australian.
So
that
anyway,
was Australian. Were you trying to do an Australian accent?
No, I knew it wasn't Australian, but when I went to my well of accents, all I had was "G'day, mate."
G'day, mate.
Anyway, so this guy that looks exactly like Johnny Depp pulls up and he's like, "I'm taking over your ship, and if you say anything, I'll kill you." And you're like, "Fucking Johnny Depp," but you don't want to fuck it up because you think maybe they're filming. Mm-hmm. So instead of like being like, "Dude, you're Johnny Depp," and being all happy, you just play along. You're like, "Don't kill me, Jack Sparrow."
Yeah, well,
you know, and it's a real fucking pirate.
You know, it's the Black Pearl. He's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" It'd be in another language, but I mean, you know,
on Captain Phillips, they speak English, don't they?
Barely.
They don't look like Johnny Depp.
Have you seen it all?
I haven't seen any of it yet.
No, they're from one of those. I don't know what. Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's where all the pirates are from, basically.
Not the ones from San Diego or whatever, San Francisco.
What?
Which one is it?
The team that's called the Pirates?
No.
Pittsburgh.
I mean the Butt Pirates from California.
Oh, San Francisco.
Yeah, San Francisco. That's where a whole lot of pirates are.
Yeah, those.
Somebody's like, I'm from San Francisco and I'm not a Butt Pirate.
If they talk like that, they are.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that's the voice. Several episodes back,
What?
I told you. I said, well, you know, what's that when you want to mock somebody? What's that like?
That's the one I do, right?
Yeah, a lot. And I kind of do it sometimes, and our cousin Dustin does it.
He does. Yeah, he
and
does.
I was trying to explain to you so we could figure out that voice, and we couldn't figure it out. And then you just did it now.
Yeah, it just shows up.
Do it again. Say this is the Bad Vibe Podcast.
I can't. I even messed that up just trying to say it anyways.
You kind of sounded like if
The Bad Vibe Podcast.
if you could do that voice good, you'd be a good voiceover guy for cartoons.
Yeah, like South Park or something. Yeah, it seems like it'd be on something like that.
Yeah. I'm sure those guys don't need you.
Those guys are like, no. You know, because they're listeners of ours. They listen to... Yeah, they take some of the things that we say, they're like, yeah, Nazi teacher, a teaser. That's what teacher is in Nazi.
What's funny
That's
is
how you say it.
we don't have a whole lot of listeners, but we always assume the ones we have are all famous people.
Yeah. Leonardo DiCaprio listens on a daily basis.
Yeah, he listens. If he's all caught up, he just starts back over it again.
There's no, like proven fact about it. I just know he does.
And nobody can prove you wrong except him,
No.
really.
So, Leo, if you're listening and you don't agree, right?
Yeah, if you send us an email.
Yeah, see me out. Yeah, you can even put on there that, like, tell me not to reply.
Isn't it
You know?
Yeah.
Because, you know, he would.
Isn't it kind of odd that if Leonardo DiCaprio likes us, we asked before if anybody would like to be a sponsor to give us $24 a month. Wouldn't you think he would?
I would think he could. Because,
doesn't he have a pretty decent job nowadays?
well, a movie every once in a while, I think that would pay for our, you know?
I think that would be. I think he's got enough in his.
So, all right,
bank
hold
account
on.
to give us
If
24.
anybody out there has any kind of connection with Leonardo DiCaprio,
Yeah.
any actor, tell them to hit us up.
Yeah, for real.
Tell them to, hey, check out this podcast. They need some help.
We need help. It would be nice to have help. If we don't have it,
We don't need it.
Still
We'll
gonna go.
We fucking talk. If you don't want to fucking hear us talk, you don't fucking listen. But if you want to hear us talk, you know?
What's fun is
Because we're not asking for money.
we have the best job in the world. It just doesn't pay.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm laying back with my feet up, with my 1 foot up, on my couch, looking at my pictures that I have that
It's
I
all
like,
dark as shit in here.
and talking.
Yeah.
And that's one of my jobs. It doesn't pay, but I try to tell my wife all the time, it doesn't pay, but it's still one of my jobs. It's like,
Does she bitch about it a lot?
no, she doesn't bitch about it at all. She just, sometimes when it's like late at night and we just got back from somewhere,
Yeah.
and we just sat down and we're like relaxing and she wants to lay down, and she doesn't want me to leave right then.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. So she's like, I'd rather you not go. And I'm like, well, I mean, it's my job. And she always like kind of rolls her eyes. I'm like, look, I know I don't get paid, but I feel a responsibility.
We're providing
for
a
myself.
service.
Yeah, we provide a service.
A free service.
We're just like that girl that blows you. She provides a service. She gives you a blowjob. That's her job. Even
I don't
if
think
you don't
we're.
pay her.
I don't think we're like that girl, but maybe in a
yourself.
sense. But we're not like some girl giving blowjobs. But anyways, I had nothing on that one. I couldn't. There's
Dead
nothing
air
else on
time.
that.
Anytime there's dead air time, I always sit there and like I bask in its glow.
No, what I think of is though, whenever there's dead air time, I'm thinking that if there's someone is listening, they're like, "Did I pause it?" You know what I mean?
Oh, because I do that a lot.
Yeah,
When I
like
listen to
there's dead
podcasts.
air time, you know, because like every once in a while you would listen to like one of the famous ones, you know, JRE, and he's like, "Hey, Brian, look at whatever," and like he's looking it up, and they're all looking it up, and then one of them realizes that they're not saying something, so he just starts talking.
Yeah, because they're all professional comedians,
Yeah,
so they know they have to entertain.
yeah, but I mean, usually we are. It's constantly talking because one of us is always overdoing the other.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm talking, but then you overdo me, so you're talking, then I overdo. So usually it's constant. You gotta fucking keep up.
Yeah, it's tough.
You know, there's probably a lot of people that are listening to this on the road and aren't using their fucking blinkers because they're paying attention too much to this.
Yeah, they're like, wait, which one's talking? Which one's talking?
They're going like 90 miles an hour because they forgot to set cruise and their foot's all the way down. And they're like, oh shit, I gotta fucking slow down or I want to get to work and I'm not gonna be able to finish it. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Because I know that's...
You don't want to get to work early.
Yeah, you don't want to get there and be like, God damn. And then you sit in your fucking hot ass car because you don't want to run and wasting gas.
Sometimes I'll be listening to a podcast and it's got like 32 minutes left, and I'm driving home from somewhere that's like 25 minutes away.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I don't want to just sit there when I get there because there's people around.
Something will come out and be like, why is he fucking sitting in his truck for 10 minutes?
Yeah, so I'll just slow down.
Yeah.
And then it'll be over about the time I get home or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, it worked out just right. Life is good. And then I think about how much better I have it than all those fucking little starving kids, and I smile.
I don't know, those kids got it pretty good, you know? They get to build like shoes and little knickknacks
Cell
for us.
phones and shit.
They pour this hot stuff into molds and then send it over here so we can buy it at a Dollar Tree. You know, like...
Isn't it crazy though? Like, you think about when an 8-year-old made a cell phone or some shit like that, and I'm 31, and like sometimes I don't even know how to like turn, unless it's an iPhone, I don't even know how to turn it on.
Yeah, there are a lot like...
And an 8-year-old knows how to make it, or at least make some part of it.
Yeah.
And it makes me feel like...
Well, they're not going to teach one kid how to do the whole thing because then he can go make his own.
Yeah,
So, no, he's just going to know how to put the back on. Another guy's going to know how to put the button on.
Yeah.
Another guy's going to know how to put... You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be like... It really is like... What
yeah, but there's shit like soldered together. They got some 6-year-olds soldering.
They might put that up with like the 12 and 13-year-olds.
Yeah.
There's probably like...
8th grade handles that.
They're like, the 2-year-olds put the buttons on. The 4-year-old, yeah. It's something like that.
It's funny because you know somebody would be like, they shouldn't make jokes because that's fucked up. Is it fucked up? What are you doing to help? Fuck you.
Yeah, no, they're like, man, that's fucked up, man. And they're like, while they're looking on their phone.
No, well,
through
you
Facebook.
know if they're hearing us say this, they're on some type of device.
Yeah.
And you
I'm
know...
sure a smartphone.
And you know this, there's some...
I don't know if there's many people that listen to podcasts with their laptop.
No, I mean,
That'd
even
be
if
a
they
little-
do, it's the same
I mean,
shit.
if they do, yeah, but it was still built by some kid somewhere,
I
probably.
mean, Apple shit is all made like that.
So, like, no, mine's built in America. Yeah, I mean, come on.
If it is, then you're not hearing us good.
Well,
America makes
some
shit.
wetback did it then. You know, but anyways.
Yeah, what like iPod or iPhone or like a thing that competes with those is made in America.
Mm-hmm.
Like what? I mean, I know Apple's an American company. This shit's not made here.
No, I think it's made in China.
Yeah, and you know that there's some mineral that's used to make smartphones and batteries and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
That it's a conflict mineral. It's just like diamonds. People are getting their fucking heads chopped off and shit to get that, and it's in like you wouldn't have your phone.
Some
if it wasn't
guys
for that.
Some people are getting their hands and heads and stuff like that chopped off just so I can go into iTunes and download Flappy Birds.
Isn't America great?
You know what I mean? Some guys like, I wish Flappy Birds got taken off because the guy didn't want $50,000 or whatever.
Yeah, somebody's bitching about that.
Gosh.
Some kid's like, well, I guess I can learn to be left-handed.
Yeah.
It's okay. And then some
It
Americans,
is Flappy Birds.
and then some Americans bitching because they can't get Flappy Birds. Meanwhile, some African kid is trying to learn how to write. He's not only learning how to write because he's never learned it. He's having to learn with his offhand because his good hand got chopped off.
Yeah.
Because he didn't find enough lithium or whatever the fuck.
He's trying
it
to
is.
learn how to write with his ring finger and his pinky on his opposite hand. His opposite dominant hand.
He's like, no, it's not that bad because I can steady it with my chin.
Yeah.
and then Americans are like, fuck, you can't get Flappy Birds. Fuck, this sucks.
He's like, well, there's 2 growths on my left nub that I can stick a pencil in. Right? Dude, there's some like fucking nasty ass shit in other. You know what I mean? Like, it's nasty to us because we have like the whole health shit. You know, you can go to the doctor if you need to. Over there, they don't. So if they got some growth, it just keeps growing.
Yeah.
But then, like, there's other diseases. You just see these people, like... I saw some picture the other day of some, like, kid getting, like, drinking water out of a jug. This lady was pouring it for him.
Yeah.
And he was seriously, like, his ankle all the way up to, like his, like, butt cheeks. Like, he didn't have cheeks. But, I mean, all the way up to where, like, the pelvic bone and everything.
Yeah.
It was the same size.
That's fucking
from his ankle
sad,
all the way up.
dude.
Like his thigh and everything was the same fucking. It was just one bone all the way. You know.
Yeah.
I guess not one bone. Some guys like, no, there's 600 and whatever. Like, however many fucking bones are in the. Some guys like, fucking 600. You know, because I'm that with other shit.
Yeah.
I'm that guy with something else. If I know the actual answer to it, I feel like they should know it.
That's sad though, dude.
What?
Some little skinny ass.
Oh, I thought you meant that if you feel like you should.
No. Those little skinny kids, I always thought like, when you would see that on the commercials when we were younger, it's like, little Timmy here doesn't have clean water.
Yeah, or this big fat guy with the beard, and like
why is
prescription
that-
glasses, and
You're clearly taking in more calories than you need.
he's sitting there and he's like, little Timmy is thirsty, and he, you know what I mean? It just,
he's like,
he would just took a drink of water so he can talk clearly, speak clearly. For this little video, and that kid he probably drank it in front of him just so the tears would start popping out of that little kid's face.
I don't know how they even have tears.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I know. There's like a dried up little dust that comes out from his eye. It's just salt. Like that weird salt stuff that just starts coming out of his eye. And then then of course that hurts your eye.
Yeah.
They're all dried up anyways, so.
But I always thought, they do that long commercial, it's that fat bearded guy, and all those little starving kids and shit. I always thought,
They're in a dried up pond.
they don't do it in one take, right? Mm. So I was thinking, he probably does a little bit, and they're like, alright, cut. And he's like, alright, I'm gonna take a minute. And he goes into his trailer, and he has all this food, and he's watching fucking
he's watching
so
good, that AC,
ESPN
right?
and shit.
Yeah.
Those little kids are outside, and he's fucking eating his bird. It never even occurs to. He's just acting.
He opens up his door and hits 4 of them.
Kills them.
Yeah, I mean
The little flimsy door.
the wind was gonna blow him down anyways.
Yeah. Then he comes out, he's like, alright, I gotta get back into character. I gotta get sad so I can look sad on camera. So he starts thinking about, how bad it's gonna be because he has business class flight back to America instead of first class.
He's like, damn.
That's how he gets a sad look on his face.
He's like, damn it, the Wi-Fi fucking sucks here. He starts thinking about how he's like, man, we're gonna have to upload this onto my website.
Yeah.
And he's like, and it's gonna take fucking hours.
Yeah. He's like, man, on the flight home, I bet they don't have this. He's like, I bet they don't have roasted peanuts. It's just regular salted.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Oh,
man,
shit.
life sucks. Meanwhile, these kids' fucking ribs are sticking out. Their ribs, you can literally grab each rib. There's just dried up skin around. It looks like an old dead fucking. You know how you see a dead cow out in the pasture, and everything's gone except their skin and their bones, but their skin wrinkles up around it.
Yeah, you can see the ribs. Yeah.
You not just can see the ribs. It's you can almost see behind each rib.
You know, at least once they're on set, and they're like, all right, we're supposed to take lunch, and he's standing around all these kids, and he's like, he calls the secretary, and he's like, hey, I think we're gonna eat lunch. They're like, what do you want? He's like, ribs. For some reason, ribs have just been on my mind today.
It doesn't even occur to him.
Yeah, he doesn't even. He's like, I think ribs.
He's like, I like some fucking ribs, nice and fucking juicy ribs. He's like, but with not much meat on it.
Dark meat if you can find it.
Yeah.
But anyways, this is gonna be the end. So we're already at fucking 38 minutes. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, this is going to be the end of episode 25 of the Bad Vibe podcast.
Yeah.
You can find us on YouTube, iTunes, Facebook, Twitter, likes, whatever the fuck that one's called.
Yeah.
But, anything you want to do? Anything you want to say?
No, just anybody out there, if you take anything from this, eat ribs.
Yeah, eat ribs when you watch Indonesians work on our Apple phones.
Yeah.
They're like, it's not Indonesians, it's Chinese people.
Yeah,
well, whatever. But anyways, that's it for this one. Hit us up with episode 26.